Patient appears to have experienced a significant amount of trauma to their left leg, presumably from a landmine or some other form of explosive device. Hey now, it's gonna be alright. 7:42 p.m. Patient is finally coming to. Please don't panic. The last thing you need right now is any extra stress. My name is Dr. Phillips, and welcome to my clinic. So, what do they call you? I see. Just give it some time. I'm sure you'll remember soon enough. After all, you did take a pretty hard fall out there. What happened? Well, if I had to take a guess, based on your injuries, you were probably out on a stroll, doing your own thing when you happened to step on a landmine. The Wasteland is full of them, especially around these parts. But if I had to put money on it, I'd say you're going to make a swift recovery. Your leg's not looking so hot right now, but that's nothing a little surgery can't fix. While you were out, I injected you with some anesthesia and a couple other things to really make you feel better. So hopefully the pain isn't too bad. Any minute now, you should be passing out actually. And then the medication will be in its full effect and I'll begin the procedure. Until then, just try to relax. Let's get your mind off of the injury. Say your name. Having any luck remembering? Really? Well, don't keep the doctor waiting. What is it? Well, that's a nice name you've got there. It suits you. What's mine? I already told you. I'm Dr. Phillips. Let's hope this memory thing is just a side effect of the meds. If not, I may have to take a look at that brain of yours after I get your leg taken care of. So tell me, if you can remember that is, what exactly were you doing out in the wasteland all by yourself? When I found you, you had a 10mm, a few cans of food, and a half-drunk bottle of water. If you were looking to go any distance with that around here, well, you wouldn't have made it far. Maybe this incident was a blessing disguised as a curse. Your legs hurt, sure, but it's probably better that I found you to patch you up before someone or something else did. You don't travel to Wasteland much, do you? Figured. No offense, but you don't exactly look like the type. I've patched a lot of travelers up and well, you can just tell how often they travel. You can see how it's shaped them as people. And you, well, you don't have that shape, which is probably for the best. The Wasteland's a scary place, kid. And if you go out there like you did again, well, a landmine might be the least of your worries. Once I'm done with your surgery, you should probably stay here in the clinic for at least a couple weeks so I can monitor your condition. See how your memory turns out. After those couple weeks, though, the possibilities are endless. You can do whatever it is you want to do. You could stumble back into that barren wasteland, or you could head to a nearby town just down the street from here. There isn't much to the town, a general store, a few houses, a watering hole. It's not much, but the people are nice. It may take them a while to warm up to a newcomer such as yourself, but tell them that Dr. Phillips sent you, and I'm sure you'll be fine. I've been working with the people of that town for years now, patching up a few of the guys after their stupid fights or shootouts, treating illnesses. Hell, I've even delivered some of the now kids of that town. I mean, I'm the only doctor around, so I'm not gonna turn the poor people down. Although they're not exactly rich and owe me a lot of favors. I accept it. It feels good to help people, you know? Plus, whenever I'm in town, I get free drinks. It's a nice perk of being the only doctor for the entire town. But like I said, let them know that you know me and they'll hook you up handsomely. A room to stay in, some new clothes. Whatever they have, they'll give. Generous people they are. Oh, and if you do stop by there, be sure to ask around for Miss Daisy, and ask her nicely for some of her sweet tea. I don't care if you like tea or not, her tea is phenomenal. Patching up the town's residents is all worth it just so I can have a glass of that woman's homebrewed sweet tea. Nothing beats it. But once you taste it, you won't be able to get enough. It's like a drug, but better. Besides that marvelous tea, though, there isn't a whole lot to the little town. No one really robs or raids it because, well, there ain't much to steal. Like I said, it's not much, but there's food, water, and a roof. All you really need. Basic necessities. And just give the town a chance, alright? I don't know where exactly you came from, but I'm assuming you don't want to go back. For someone like you to venture into the Wasteland, I'm sure there had to be good reason, but it's none of my business after all. Hey, if you want to, once your procedure is done, that is, you could stay here and help at the clinic if you'd like. Most of the time the jobs only require one person, but a little help would always be nice. Someone to hand me certain tools while I'm in the middle of a surgery. Little things like that. A little help goes a long way here. Hell, one time I had to amputate some poor bastard who'd grown another set of arms. Guess he was living in a heavily radiated area for some time. And do you know how hard it is to work on someone with 4 mutated arms? An assistant really could have helped out that day. So what do you say, kid? You want to stick around and help out a little? Well, that sounds great to me. I've got an extra room with a bed upstairs that you can have while you're here. Honestly, you won't have to do much. We rarely have patients, but it'll be nice having you around when we do have a patient. And if you stick around long enough, maybe I can teach you a thing or two. So when you do leave, you can be of medical assistance to some other town. People are always going to need to be patched up, and it can pay well. Just not around here. But it'll be a good start to help you get back on your feet. So, how's the leg feeling? Not bad? Well, I guess the meds are doing their job. Feeling sleepy at all? A little bit. Alright, good. Well then. It'll be time to start any second. I can see your eyes starting to get heavy. Sleep well, kid. Well. Look who finally decided to wake up. Look, kid, before you look, I've got some good news and some bad news. Which do you want first? Bad news? Alright, well, there was a lot of tissue damage done to your leg. More than I expected, and the bones, well, let's just say that mine did a number on you. I wasn't able to save your leg, kid. But hey, there's always the good news. Although I couldn't restore your original leg, I was able to replace it with something even better. Top-of-the-line cybernetics. Looks and feels like a regular human leg for the most part, but it's much more durable. So you can get shot. Hell, you can step on another mine if you want. You can do whatever you want with this leg and it'll be fine. It won't get sore when running, you won't feel pain if something happens to it, and in the off chance that it does get damaged, you won't have to go under for surgery. You can find parts for this thing pretty easily, believe it or not. So, how you feeling, sport? Yeah? Well, good. Got any questions about that new leg of yours? What about the old leg? Well, you don't want it back, do you? Down in the basement, we have some freezers to keep stuff like that preserved for emergencies. If we ever need your DNA or extra skin during a surgery, stuff like that. Better safe than sorry, I always say. Here, let me see that new leg of yours. I think we need to make a few minor adjustments. Alright, so... let's see. Shh. I need to concentrate on this kid. On this kid. Alright, so if we turn this, then it should pop. Alright, I think that should be good for now. Sorry, you probably don't want to hear your doctor saying that, but well, you said you'd stick around, so I'll keep an eye on it, but I'm sure you'll be fine. Well, yeah, we have to make adjustments sometimes, but it won't be anything major. Just a couple tweaks and turns. Now, we have that leg on you, but it's going to take some time to get used to. I'd recommend minimal walking for the first couple days. Eventually, though, it'll seem just like a normal leg. Here. Have some water. You're going to want to stay hydrated and healthy. You did just finish surgery after all. Take it easy now. Lay in bed. Relax. Get some sleep. I'm going to go out for a bit to pick up a thing or two from the town. So, I'll be back in about an hour, give or take. Stay safe, alright?